In our last class, we learnt about Satyajit Ray, the eminent cinema personality. Why should we read about him, or why should we read about the cinema personalities? Their job is only to entertain, and they have entertained and they're gone. Is it necessary that we should know about them? Yes. This cinema, it plays a great role in the personality development. I already covered it yesterday, and also once again we have to see how it puts an impact on the personality development. For the project, two things are required here, that is background and foreground. Background, that means who are all helping you to present that project, and foreground, what is the material, how did you compile it and how you got it, right? And that is called as your foreground. What is the topic you have covered and how could you get the material and how you compiled it, you are putting it in the paper. That is the foreground. Likewise for a cinema, and it is a project, right? So how best these two combine together, that is background and foreground personalities, how they work hard to make their project success. If a cinema like Maya Bazaar, it has seen the glory, it is not the viewers alone. Viewers might have or must have, they must have welcomed it, they must have liked it, they must have loved it, no doubt. But the people on the foreground and the background, they made it possible that the viewers have respected the film, loved the film, liked the film. Until today, though it is almost 57 years, we are still having a love and affection for that film and we like it, right? And very recently it has been colored, it has been processed through color, and that also we loved and we have seen it, and again we acclaimed, yes, it is our culture, it is our heritage. So why that Maya Bazaar picture has come to so close to you? Because of the combination, that is uncomparable combination, we can say, of a producer or producers. Who are these people? They spend money on that. They do not know whether they are getting it back or not, but they spend it till the last pay, and there are many producers, they have become paupers and beggars after making one picture and when it has seen a flop, right? That way, in anticipation that my picture would do well, in that spirit they spend, the producers. Of course, they had something to say with the film, whether it is a flop or a success, right? Now, director, he is the person who has the complete view of the picture, how a character should make an entry and how a character should make an exit, and what are the languages, means you may say Tamil, Telugu and all these things, languages, okay, but along with that the body language should also agree, and then only the character can stand on the stage. So all these things are controlled by this director, and whenever a something overlaps, a something goes wrong, a something became very lengthy and it has to be brought into time limits, and that one our editor does, right? Thus these three people, these are the main group to make a film success or a failure. Now here, story and screenplay writer or writers. If there is a project for a cinema, there should be a proper, neatly woven story should be there. And the story, it should have suspense. What would happen next? What would happen next? That way the audience should be aroused with the suspense. and that art only the writer has, and how best he is presenting the story, because here the writer doesn't have any kind of freedom to tell or describe a certain thing through words, but he had to put all his ideas, all his descriptions, and all his narrations through the characters. Those are called as dialogues. That is called as a screenplay. Through that only he could. And now, when the story is ready and screenplay is ready, then without dance and music, this cinema so called, we may not like to go and see to it. And I have seen, I have known, there is a cinema without songs, but music was there. Silent, without dialogues was also there. Kamala Hassan has enacted that, and it has got a very good success about it. And that is the art of the director, how he could able to present the picture, though there were no dialogues at all, entire film. Right from the beginning till Subham, there were no dialogues, but people laughed, and all the emotions they felt, all the emotions, whenever there was a person chasing another person with a knife, people were hurried. Arey, what will happen? Right? And whenever the person has been captivated, that fellow was a drunkard, he was captivated by Kamala Hassan and all the things he was doing, people could not but laugh. And when the beggar shows the notes and waves himself with the notes, then also people could able to have some feeling about our hero and that beggar. That is what I call as the art of the director here. And if something gets overlapped, that will be removed by the, or it will be added there. Addition or subtraction, editor does. And here story, and here also, though there are no dialogues, screenplay is a must. The story is different, and the story has been converted into screenplay, though there are no dialogues. The sequences and the places where the hero goes and all these things, they are to be listed and listed, and how the body language should be presented, that should also be put. Here he does like this, he picks up the cup, he keeps the cup, he moves left hand side, he goes to right hand side, and he just taps his forehead. These are all the movements of the characters that the screenplay shows. Music is necessary, as I already told you. Dance scenes, if there is nowadays, if there is a picture without a song to the hero, the film supposed to go a flop. It has to see a flop only. So dance is required, and a song is also required, and the musicians required, the singers required. See, these all do not come onto the stage, but they contribute to only one thing, that is their project should see the success. So now, after dance and music, let us see art, stage setting, etc. Suppose it is a Rajakota Rahasyam, a big film. Rajakota Rahasyam, if the kota is not there, that is the palace, the king, fort of the king, if it is not there, then the story does not run, right? So the stage setting is also a must. If it is a mythological, the stage setting should be mythological. If it is a what we call as a folk, and the folk dance should be there, folk arrangement should be there, and if it is social arrangement should be there, right? And now after that, art and stage setters, lighting effect should be there, sound effect should be there. If the sound, if it is not catching, there it will be silent. Though lip movement will be there, there will be silent. Now sometimes you are watching on the TV, a picture will be running. While the picture is running, the action will be ahead of the dialogue. Do you like that? Surely you may not be liking that. Now, so that sound effects, lighting effects, all these are things are controlled by these people, art and stage setup people here. And now photography. And now you can see we are having digital photography. That means everything we can do with that digital technology nowadays. We can make a hero jump from there at about 20 to 50 feet height down here unhurt. We can make him jump. And we can see if a hero just punches, a wall breaks down. That also we can put it. And simply, if the hero puts his this one full palm on the ground with a force, you can see 4 or 5 sumos will be just flying in the air. What is that? It is very simply we are selling graphics, right? Now we are having that. In olden days, good old 1957, that is just after 10 years of independence, what we have or what we had in those days for entertainment, Mookies we were having. Mookies means without any dialogue, only the picture, the movements and actions, because only photography was there. Later on, the soundtrack could able to be added to the film which was running. Then we could able to have hear the sound also, song also, and everything, music. So with that photograph, this Dada Saheb Phalke, it is worthwhile to mention his name here. Dada Saheb Phalke, he is the pioneer of Indian cinema. Satya Harishchandra film he has filmed with his that is his camera, and he was moving that reel within with his hand. That way he did it. And he had a bullock cart. Wherever he goes, he used that bullock cart. There on that he mounted his camera, and thus he made out this Satya Harishchandra film, and in those days it got a very good acclaim by people. And now in the cinema field, his award on his name, it is there, Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Our A. Nageshwar Rao, he received it just before his death, Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Right? It is the greatest award the cinema people, they regard it. Why? In those days, no art, no graphic, no technology, nothing was there. Even then they could able to bring out some very real things into the views of the people. Now you can see in Maya Bazaar itself, there is a song, Lahiri 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 Lo. That song has been sung by 3 couples in the same boat. You see, that is a thought, that is the idea of these directors and art directors. 3 couples, they mounted the same boat and they enjoyed a ride or a what we call as a sail in a lake. That how difficult in those days, just to think. The full moon appears on the sky. A slow breeze means everything should be lively there and lovely there. That could able to be arranged in that picture when there was no motion cameras with people, and now we can appreciate the cameraman over there, cinema photography over there. Now second thing, S.V. Rangarao, in the guise of Shashirekha, he comes over here into the venue of the marriage, right? And he enters into the kitchen. He finds all the kinds of food stuff over there. Because he is an enormous personality, he just gets himself immersed in the aroma of the food. Then the Shashirekha transforms into Ghatotkacha, S.V. Rangarao. The transformation, that mix up with a simple camera they could able to show you, right? And now after that, when he sits, he increases his body into enormity. He grows his body into enormity. That could also be shown in that simple camera. You can understand what are the difficulties they have faced and what efforts they have put when they have, that is picturized that enormity in S.V. Rangarao, right? And when the shake hand comes between the bride and bridegroom, okay, Realangi, of course, he did this sort of thing, but when Savitri shook the hand of Realangi, there appears the hand of some monster. no graphics over there. How could they do it? Simply they can answer, we cannot. We don't have any answer for that. How could they do it? And again, when there is this thing of crushing the foot, it is a customary in our Indian marriage, right? When the crushing foot scene comes, again Savitri's foot has been shown, and then crushing starts, then immediately the foot of that monster appears over there. This all comes as a trick photography, you say now, or yesteryears, and now we call it as what is called as graphics. But in those days, with a simple photo, that is simple camera, you could able to make all these things. That means it is worth seeing how they have made. And also not that, when the venue is being prepared, you must have come across, there are many stalls over there, and some stalls for the clothing, some for the turbans and what we call as this crowns, etc. And some stalls are there for ornaments, and some stalls are there for shoes and chappals, etc. Right? How they moved and how they filled it. People did not come and fill them, no. Something automatic affair has shown. That is really praiseworthy photography of the photographer here. The name, we should know here, the name of that personality is Marcus Bartley. He had given his art of photography to many of your Telugu and your Bengali cinemas, but here, this in Maya Bazaar, it is really superb. Wherever you put your finger over there, you can very clearly see these personalities, that is the director, the editor, and photography. Because of these three, I can say that the picture Maya Bazaar still remember today. And now, these people, makeup and costume. Suppose I am playing a role of a Jamidar, a landlord. Can I pose myself with this, like this? No. If I pose myself like this, you all say it is our teacher. If I have that cap of Jamidar and that coat of that Jamidar and that pajama of that Jamidar and the shoes, if I have that and this mustache, if it is just curled like this, and if I have some kind of a hand stick with me, then yes, and also a chain, golden chain from this button to this pocket. If I have that, simply you will say yes, he is Jamidar. That costume, that plays very great important role. Now in our jatras etc. we see Pagati Veshagallu, we see Anjaneya, he comes, Sri Rama, he comes, Krishna, Lord Krishna, he comes. Suppose a plain man comes and he claims that he is Lord Krishna, do you accept him? No. So that is the thing here, the costume and the makeup. It is a very, very essential thing for any kind of a drama or a cinema. It is a must. So here, these are all whatsoever are there, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These will be completely controlled by this fellow and this fellow. If there is no control, that goes awry, and there is no doubt that picture comes to be a flop. So these are the people we should remember whenever we talk about this, a great picture which comes to a success. Those are called as non-visible personnel. Those are background people. Now foreground. When it comes to the foreground, what are the characters required in this setting or in this complete story, right? If you see, the whole story runs around 3 persons, that is Balarama, Krishna, Lord Krishna and Ghatotkacha. Only 3 personalities. And the second rung actors, the wives of Krishna and Balarama, right? And mother of Ghatotkacha. So the characters and setting of characters choosing of the personal for the characters, it is a very important thing. And Lord Krishna has Rukmini with him. Rukmini character, female character, very, very, very amicable character. When comes to Balarama's wife, the Revati, she is something adamant, something away from people, something which she could not adjust, something jealousy. That means all the things. And that Chaya Devi has presented that very nicely. Right? And now, Ghatotkacha, the enormous body is required. In those days, the personality with enormous body was only S.V. Rangarao. Right? And so he had been selected for that. And now the voice, if at all he is a demon, he should have a very, what we call a thick voice. That kind of voice is required. If he says, we won't accept him. Likewise, the choice of the characters is very important. As his mother, Suryakantam, and there she was short, stout, and having a very, what we call as a comic appearance. She has been chosen as the mother of that giant like S.V. Rangarao. See, now Lord Krishna, even if you are just closing your eyes and on the screen Lord Krishna appeared, people will say it is N.T. Ramarao. So that is the character presented over there, N.T. Ramarao as Lord Krishna. The smile which he presents over there, we cannot do. That he himself only can do that. Could do that. This Maya Bazaar has many angles of teaching, many, and that too human relations. That too human relation. A human being having attachment to the wealth. Though she is the wife of Balabhadra, that is Balarama, she has a liking for the ornaments. How it has been shown? I'll come to that later. But let us discuss the characters first. Then when we are talking about characters, the third rung characters now, that is, what are they? Are the Shashireka and Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu, the son of Subhadra, and Shashireka, the daughter of Balarama. And earlier, Balarama had assured Subhadra that he will give Shashireka in marriage to Abhimanyu. And in the childhood, they were playing. That also was shown. The childhood playing of Abhimanyu and Abhimanyu and Shashireka, how close they were, that has been shown. And next, the promise has also been shown that Balarama says, yes, if at all I have to give my daughter in marriage, I will give her only to your son. That way he assures. Then if it goes right, there is no story at all. And there comes the twist. There comes the twist. Now, why this one has been, of course, to help these, we are having Duryodhana, we are having Shakuni Mama, and we are having that Lakshmana Kumara, the son of Duryodhana, and all Karna, Vikarna, Dushasana, all these people are also there in that. It is a part of Mahabharata. It is a part of Mahabharata, but it is apart from Mahabharata. That is the thing it has been shown. Right? And when we have seen foreground people, and here protagonist means the main hero. In Maya Bazaar, you cannot find out who is the main protagonist. Why? Lord Krishna played his part. Can we say he is the protagonist? He is the main part? No. Ghatotkacha, if he is not there, remaining part of the film is not there. Can we name him as the protagonist? No. Why? He is a bit lower rung character there. and Lord Krishna, he is the higher rung character, right? So these two we cannot say. Let us talk about Abhimanyu. He is the protagonist. No, he is not the protagonist. For him, everything has been put over there, designed over there. So who is the protagonist here? If none are there protagonists, probably the audience. Why? The audience made the film success. So let us have that happiness that though the picture, it is needed a protagonist to be played on the screen, there is no protagonist, let us become a protagonist, right? So that is the thing. Here the people, all these, whether it is a background or foreground people, they are all put the audience in that main seat. They have put something, they said something, they sung something, they danced something, they brought up something to you. And do you like it or not? You liked it, so you are the protagonist. That way they have decided. There is no protagonist here. And male character, who is the male character? Male protagonist? No. Female protagonist? No. Female audience and male audience, they are the protagonist here for this Maya Bazaar. That is the one more aspect which contributed for the success of this. Now, many actors were there, many dance sequences are there, and because you see, Shakespeare said, it is the comedy if that ends well. All ends well, that ends well, it is the comedy. There may be n number of difficulties in between, but you can see the picture had completed with, of course, a marriage, that is a Shashireka Parinayam, that is I have put already, Shashireka Parinayam. But the Shashireka married whom? That way here Lakshmana Kumara's marriage with fun and frolic it goes here. And the marriage of real Shashireka with Abhimanyu, here it goes here. Two stages separately set. And here it is shown and here it is shown. You may call it as again trick photography whatsoever. Our Marcus Bartley, he had done that magic to show both the marriages at a time. This sequence here and that sequence here. And he made Lord Krishna appear in both the sides, here and there also. That is the fun about the picture, all round picture. Right? Now, other aspects if you see, why people liked it. Mahabharata, it is written in Sanskrit and it has been translated by eminent poets here, Tikkana Somayaji and what we call as your Erra Pragada, right? And three poets have translated this complete Mahabharata into Telugu, right? Nannaya, Tikkana, Erra Pragada. These three have translated it. But the fun over there is, it is a poetic order. That is a poetic, this one, it is a poetry. For a common man to understand, to read that poetry and to understand the beauty of that poetry, that is a bit difficult thing. So now this picture brought that Shashireka Parinayam, that part, and publicized it. That is, made it public. That means made it public means what? To be acceptable, ready to be acceptable, ready to drink, ready to serve drinks are there. This Coca-Cola, etc. These are ready to serve drinks. Right? We need not have to put something in and stir it, nothing necessary. Simply put in the glasses and give it. Likewise, they made this Shashireka Parinayam a part of Mahabharata, ready to understand. It has been plattered, served to them. What? To whom? Very common people. Very common. Panditulu, Pamarlu, Samananga, they have acclaimed it. They have praised it. Why? The language which has been used, it is very nearer to that fellow. And not only that, you can see that when Ghatotkacha appeared, when Ghatotkacha's mother appeared, when Ghatotkacha's complete troop appeared, the language which has been used, that is very nearer to the hilly area people, that is tribal people. Right? So in those days, the tribal people also welcomed this picture. Why? Gatotkacha representation for tribal personality. Hi, hi Nayaka. That way the dialogue comes. Here, when a king enters into his court, there will be a welcoming song. Rajadi Raja, Raja Marthanda, Sri Sri Sri. That way he will be welcomed. But here, because it is a tribal chief, right? How he had been welcomed. Hi, hi, Nayaka, hoi, hoi, Nayaka. That way, very commonly. That means the presentation and the welcoming, everything, not in a pomp. It is in a very common manner. So the common man loved it, liked it, and he put himself on the stage. If at all a drama, if at all a cinema becomes successful, the common man, the audience should see him among the characters. Right? One more great thing about this, one more aspect of this picture. We were talking about the language which the common man welcomed. Right? Now, suppose there is a karyakram in our house, a program in our house. There are many, whether it is a social program or maybe religious program, whatsoever, we are conducting it, right? And in that, we may go for kind of entertainment. We may order some dance troupe come and dance. We may call some musical group and perform, right? Here, when Shashireka, some program was there, right? There is a stage program, a dance skit was there. In that, Lord Krishna sits there and Lord Krishna's childhood behavior has been enacted in his presence. Height of it really. A thought, the director, how he could able to think about it. Lord Krishna's childhood mischiefs have been put in a song in presence of Lord Krishna himself. You see the daring which the editor and here this story and screenplay man could pose. I can say it is guts really. He wanted to entertain the audience along with the person about whom we are putting that piece of art over there. He is also present there, right? That is one more aspect which made the film a great one. And now, when we come once again to the language, the new words we can see here. What are the new words? In Telugu, we have a word talpam. And in that talpam, if it is said, people may not understand. People may not understand talpam. Then manchamu అని మనం చెప్పాలి. Then people will understand. Or many households we are seeing now, the cot, the bed, that way we are using nowadays. Because our language has improved such. So we are using bed and cot nowadays. In those days, talpam has been used. Whether it is by mistake or whatsoever, it has been used and immediately the writer had taken it back. People should understand about it. So one more word, gilpam, has been added over there. That gilpam never in any nighantu, that is the dictionary of Telugu, we will not find. We won't find it. Then it is made then and there as a supporting word for talpam. The people have thought about that, right? And they asked, okay, it is talpam, we want gilpam, they said. Right? And that kind of things, there are many things. And asmadiyulu means the people who belong to me or belong to us. Then what could be the opposite word of that? Do we have an opposite word for that? And very cleverly, this screenplay personality has put it as Tasamadiyulu, through whom a very illiterate tribal people. You see, very illiterate tribal people, they could able to contribute for our Telugu language. 2 words have come. And not only that, The Hoi Hoi Naika of that tribal people, what does he do is he seconds it, he confirms it. Array, if nobody brings about new words, how words can come out? That way he puts. He recommends that we are to put new words. We are to make out new words. The words have not come just like that. Automatically they did not come. Somebody must have used it. Right? Vedukuta, it is the word. Vedakadam, it is a word. And I heard in many times many people, Nelkutanam. Ain't Nelkutanavu? That way people question. Nelakadam, what is this? Do we have that word? It has come into existence, that's all. It should. That is the theory our Hoi Hoi Naika has put over there. The word should be constructed by human beings only. If it is not that, how words come? Right? That way he put the theory of words. Now when we are talking about the language and the words how they have come, we can see one more thing. The Indian culture, mainly that is a Telugu culture of marriage, how it is solemnized, how it is arranged, how it is celebrated, that has been shown. What are all the fun, right? That way we are putting our customs and traditions, and they have been put, and everybody thought it to be their own house and the marriage is going on in their house. Audience felt like that, or he felt like being there on the stage among those people who were there in the marriage ceremony. That way the atmosphere has been created over there. Right? And through this marriage, you can see this Ramana Reddy and two assistants, they go to a very open place and they put a map over there, and then aha, kam kaha, he does it. And there stands a big mahal. What does it teach us? Marriages are solemnized in their own houses. Ma swagruhamandu. We write in the invitation card, Ma swagruhamandu. Nowadays, how many marriages are being solemnized in your own house? 0. Then we go to the hall, marriage hall, right? Why? It is a public place. Everybody gathers over there. We do that and we come back. Right? That means the surrounding area is not polluted. Your surrounding area, it has not been disturbed. And no sound pollution, no this garbage pollution, nothing is there. Mob pollution, nothing is there around your house. Because nowadays we are residing in apartments. So, after having that elaborated description about the picture and its highlights, we are going to read, we are going to have this lesson, and what does it speak? Let us see to it. Maya Bazaar. K.V. Reddy's Maya Bazaar has been voted as the greatest Indian film in an online poll conducted by a television news channel. The poll was conducted to find out India's greatest film till date on the occasion of 100 years of Indian cinema, and people chose Maya Bazaar over other Indian classics. The film is considered one of the enduring classics of Indian cinema and was christened as a landmark achievement in Indian film's cinematography, art direction and VFX with the available technology during that time. The following is a review of the film when it celebrated the Golden Jubilee in 2007. Maya Bazaar forever. 50 years ago, director K.V. Reddy, or for that matter, producers Nagireddy and Chakrapani, would not have imagined what they were unleashing when they decided to make Maya Bazaar, a bilingual in Telugu and Tamil. The finished product hit the screen in 1957 to become a landmark movie in the Telugu film industry. It became a hit not only for the sterling performance of the star ensemble that it had right from S.V. Rangarao, Savitri, NTR, because ANR and Gummadi, but also because K.V. Reddy was in full control over every frame of it. There is little else one could expect when all-time greats like Marcus Brackley, cinematographer, Ghantasala, music, M.L. Vasantakumari, Leela, Shushila, Ghantasala himself, and Madhav Peddi Satyam. Gokhale, art, and Pasumarthi, choreography, and Pitambaram, makeup. These all put together, got together, to weave magic around the episode from Mahabharata, Shashireka Parinayam. Now, however, the greatness of Maya Bazaar, about which much is said and written, is not just because of these facts alone. It is a tribute to Telugu culture, language, and customs of the land. The film was watched repeatedly soon after its release because people identified every character of the film with someone they knew in their immediate vicinity, and the audience still do the same now. The dialogues written by Pingali Nagendra Rao, that is, I have not written over here purposely, that is, I have given third stage, that is the story and screenplay. That is what he has done, the Pingali Nagendra Rao. As well the lyrics, he has both the things. Nowadays lyrics are written by somebody else. Lyricist, we know, Sinare we say, that is a C. Narayan Reddy Garu, right? And there are many, we can name many more people. Okay, so Sri Garu, Atreya Garu, in those days they used to write the songs for them, for the cinemas. There were there. And now also there are many, right? And here that means what I mean to say is the story and screenplay written by somebody and the songs written by somebody. But here one and the same, both have been written by the same gentleman, that is Pingali Nagendra Rao, were the same that the people were hearing or using in their conversation every day. If not, those become a part of Telugu life thereafter. Shashirekha's ne Gatotkacha's Manadi Sodara Prema became immortalized as much as Surya Kantam's, that is Anta Alamalamena, Alamalame Kada, which has become a way of life in greeting people. As for the songs, Ahana Pelliyanta still reverberates in marriages, and Vivaha Bhojanambu is at another musical composition. It is a must everywhere. An entire repertoire was added to the Telugu dictionary by the film. Take for example, Talpam, used for denoting a cot or a bed, were Telugu using Gilpam as an antonym. As an antonym, Gilpam was used of it till the movie's advent, nor did anyone tell so emphatically until Gatotkacha that Yavaru puttinchakunte matlela purtaira, and hence if friends are to be called as Asamadiyulu, then enemies could be termed as Tasamadiyulu. Will anyone forget the expression Veyandira Veratadu? No exception to Hi Hi Sodara and Hi Hi Nayaka. The story itself is woven around the love of Shashirekha Abhimanyu, with Krishna and Balarama having difference of opinions over it. Their wives too take sides, as is inevitable in any family. To introduce the theme, the director uses a magic box, an equipment of a TV screen, which displays whatever is dear to the viewer's heart. Shashirekha naturally sees Abhimanyu, and Balarama gets to see his Shishya Duryodhana on it. His wife laps up the sight of an array of jewelry, and the audience laughed heartily because they knew that someone back home was equally attached to the riches. When Balarama curtly tells his sister Subhadra, ఆగడాలు అగత్యాయాలు నాకు పనికిరావు. See, when he was confronted with the latter's indignation at his decision to separate Shashirekha and Abhimanyu, women folk among the viewers sighed, recalling their own tribulations in the hands of such brothers. Frame after frame impacts viewers with similarities. The greatness of the director lies here. He successfully reduces all characters to ordinary mortals, displaying all the follies of human beings except Gatotkacha and Krishna. And then he injects into the Yadava household a Telugu atmosphere full with its simile, imagery, adages, and sarcasm and wit. The result, a feast for the eyes and soul, that is Maya Bajar. For you, mind you, this is the story of Pandavas and Kauravas, with the Yadavas pitching in. But one never sees Pandavas throughout the film. We only hear of them. If any NRI asks you to suggest ways to teach Telugu culture, just ask him or her to introduce them to the Maya Bajar first. Further, if they seek to know about their uncles, aunts, and cousins back home, bring in their names. Look, this is your Balarama. Look, this is your Abhimanyu. Likewise, you bring the names. Any better way of doing it? Now, then onwards, it is all Lahiri, Lahiri, Lahiri. One more aspect here, very clearly we can note down. What is it one? The technique of teaching. And here, Gatotkacha says, what is it one? Veyandira Veratadu. Means what? You please accept his intelligence, accept it and award it. That way it is said. If the words are not being presented by our own people, how words can come? Veyandira Veratadu, he says. That is, you recognize it, you accept it, and show your appraisal for it, and then and there only you reward it, award it. Accept his intellectuality. Yes, appraise it, praise it, and gift it, award it, reward it. Then the students will be learning more and more. That way, in every aspect, whether it is from the learning side or whether it is from the culture, from the angle of the language, from the angle of music, from the angle of play, entertainment, and angle of mythology. Yes, Lord Krishna is over there, present. And he will be just when he was enjoying that, his childhood mischiefs played enacted by certain people over there, he hears Draupadi calling. Right? And he goes over there and he just helps her. Right? He saves her from losing her dignity. Right? And again, Balarama assures Subhadra that he will give his daughter to Abhimanyu only when they were kids. When they are grown up, the scenery changes and Pandavas were no more in the authority. They were exiled and Subhadra comes back here to be in her mother's place. పుట్టింటికొచ్చేసిన అక్క చెల్లెలు. You see, the grade has been shown over there. How, what kind of treatment will be given to the woman, married woman, who comes back to the Puttillu. For how many days? Nobody knows, because they were exiled for about 12 years or 13 years whatsoever. Until then she could not go. Means what? She doesn't have the Metinillu. And what kind of plight she has to accept or she has to undergo. Here Balarama himself says, what is that one? These Agadalu, Agaityalu, I don't want to. Earlier, she was a very, very pretty and a very lovable sister for him. And now since she has no Metinillu over there, right? Her husbands have been exiled, there is no authority, there is no wealth. So, he Agaityalu and this Agadalu, I don't accept. See how the relations get changed because of the power and because of the authority or because of the wealth. Right? These are all the things. That means very nearer to your household, the story. But it is a story from your epic. It is a story from your epic, which is this Lord Krishna was regarded as our deity, the God. And for many years, many decades, this Nagireddy Chakrapani, this combination, it has become a name in the cinema field. And Ghantasala, I need not have to say about him. Till today, people, he is alive in the mouths of every person. If at all, if we ask somebody to sing a song, he will be singing a song from Ghantasala. Right? Likewise, still these people are still alive. As long as this Maya Bazaar is alive, till these people will be alive. None of these are now there. No. Even the actors, NTR, no more. Savitri, no more. ANR, no more. Surikantam, no more. Ramana Reddy is no more. Rayalangi is no more. Right? And your Sekuni Mama, CSR and all these people, they are also not there. But the picture is still there, alive. They are talking to us. They are telling us our culture, our language.